Hayward, and welcome back to another video here on the Videos for Life YouTube channel. So there are 22 games going on. See, in the NCAA Division 1 women's basketball slate, a bunch of finals today, 7 tournament finals on the women's side today. And then there are some semifinals of the tournaments, as well as first round, second round quarterfinals of other tournaments. So let's talk about them. So we have the Big South final. Winner goes to NCAA tournament. On the Big South we have Presbyterian College 32-28 over Radford. Both teams got upset. Both teams upset another team. And High Point got upset by Presbyterian College, and High Point, because they're the number 1 seed, they automatically get invited to the WBIT in the 1 seed. If you fail to win your conference tournament, you go to the WBIT. It's like that. And the NIT in the men's side, where you said we're the number 1 seed. If you didn't make it, you would automatically go. If you lost your conference tournament, you would go to the NIT as an automatic qualifier. Now they do it where the top 2 teams from each power conference league. This year it's 10. Next year it'll be 8. And Pac-12 is going away this year. So, I mean, 8 teams. Maybe they include Big East, so that'd be what, 10? So, we have Presbyterian 32-20, 237 to go in third on ESPN2, as well as ESPN Plus simulcast. They're doing a lot of simulcasts on ESPN Plus, especially for the smaller games, like conference teams, and basically every conference of the AC network, SC network games. Those are only on ESPN and ESPN2, ESPNU, or AC network, SC network. Certain sports games are only on there, but a lot of them are simulcast, which I think they're doing that so they can get more traction. I wouldn't be surprised if everything gets simulcast eventually, but because it'll drive up streaming, it'll drive up ESPN Plus subscriptions. It definitely will if they simulcast everything. You have to pay a little bit more for some sports, but it'll drive up everything. But we have Rice 18-12 over UAB 2-3 in the first round. ESPN Plus in the American Athletic Conference Championship second round. And earlier CBS, number 3 Iowa, got the IMAC qualifier to the NCAA tournament. They would get in anyways, if they lost, and if they had to play Northwestern, and they lost, and they got blown out by 100. They had 100-0. They would still make it in. Nebraska might not have as much, but with going all the way to the final, they definitely earned their right shot to the NCAA tournament. We have Chattanooga, the number 1 seed, goes to the NCAA tournament. You win by 20 in SoCon championships, and have won all 20 of them. So going 20 for 20 in SoCon championship games is just crazy good. UNC is going to the WNIT because they're the 2 seed, and they get on that qualifier as 1 team for every conference. The highest non-NCAA tournament team, or in this case the WBIT, goes in. So it's going to be like the 2 seed in every conference. Or in the power conferences, maybe like 7, 8, some of those lower power conference teams. So that's going to be a lot of majors next year in the WNIT, which is how it should be, like the men's NIT is a bunch of lower power conference teams, they're building up, which I can see. But then you also compete them against like good mid-majors. Gives them a tough test, The mid-majors tough test and these power conferences, looking to build against the mid-majors, And the mid-majors do well in these. They're not the cream of the crop power conference team, but they're still good, They're on your level, Can you compete with them? Yeah, absolutely can. And these, so it's kind of a shame, but I like that the WBIT and the WNIT and stuff like that are keeping it the same, which is how it should be, We have Marshall winning overall Dominion in the Sunbelt semifinals. The first two Sunbelt semis are the TNT Spin Plus from Pensacola, Florida. This was a good game. 76-70, Marsh wins this one. Number in the LIACC tournament, earlier TNT Spin. Number 14 Notre Dame beat number 10 NCC 55-51. Notre Dame blew out Virginia Tech. And NC State blew out Florida State. So even it was going to be a battle, both teams going to be evenly prepared. Both teams were, kind of worried about the rest of their tours a little bit. And they took advantage of that. Notre Dame, both teams, played about even, but Notre Dame just had the edge. 55-51. NC State had to come back in that third quarter a little bit. As they were down 22 at the half. But they didn't win by 4 to clinch the ACC not qualified for the ACC. But both teams, in these power conference tournaments, Big 10, Big 12, ACC, SEC, Pac-12, Big East, every single both teams usually are going to make it. So if they're in those conferences, so no matter what, so. We have East Carolina beat Memphis earlier today in the second American Athletic Conference Championship second game, 65-63 in that first game. We had the third Summit League Championship quarterfinal. So 2 women's quarterfinals, then 2 men's quarterfinals today. And so instead of having the men's one day and the women's one day, and then, they don't, which they could give the men a rest, after a quarters, and just have the women's semis one day, and then the men's semis the next, and they could have the final one day, too, or if they didn't want to go back to back, they could have the men's semi, and then the final, the women's final, or have them, or just have a break, as well between the women's quarters, then the men's quarters, then the women's semis, and then one day, and then the men's semis next, and then the final, women's final, and then the men's final. They could, but whatever, just how they do it. It's 70s, 57 favor South Dakota over St. Minnesota. Eastern Washington, the number 1 seed, playing the second of the Big Sky Championship. The Big Sky highlight is that the 7-10 plays the 8 and the 8-9 play. Winners play in the first. They play in the first round, and they play number 1 seeds in the second round. Instead of, them having to play the so the number 1 and 2 seeds going to buy the quarters, and then I'm having to play the 3. This, the winners of the second games get by the semis, which is kind of weird, And then the 3 and 6 play in the 4-5 one. And instead of just getting by out, Which is kind of strange about how they do it, but whatever, maybe it gives them, playing time. Instead of having each team to go 3 days, 3 games in 3 days, they do it where hey, if you win the second game, even if you're an underseeded team, you get that day off or rest, which is very helpful, it gives you a real advantage, you still have to play 3 games, but you have to play 3 and 4 for your top seeds. Then for teams 3 through 6, you have to play 3 and 3. And then if you're 7 through 10, you have to play 4 and 5, which is an ideal, but it's better than, none. So if the bottom teams, if they can win a couple, if you can win one, then get a upset for an upset, you can get a day off rest too, which benefits you too. So. And then we have number 9 UConn. That was on ESPN Plus. Suddenly quarter was on the Mountain Coast Sports. Or ESPN or suddenly or streaming service. We have number market 2. No, 58-29 or number 9 UConn on FS1. In the first Big East Summit. In the SEC tournament final. Number 1 South Carolina clinches a perfect regular season in conference tournament slate 3-2 as they beat number 8 LSU, Cincinnati 3-2. And there was a fight in that game, a huge fight between Camila Cardoso, Flaji Johnson, and a bunch of the LSU and South Carolina players. 78-72 South Carolina wins. We have the second result tonight. And ESPN Plus Series has James Madison, 2 seed, took down the number 3 seed. The number 3 seed actually, JMU team, took down number 6 seed Louisiana Northwestern. In that one. So there wasn't upset here. No, there was 7. So it's a 3 and the 7, my bad. So it's a straight upset by Louisiana quarters. Which South Florida beat Wichita State 60-62 in the American Athletic Conference Championship second game. The second one on ESPN Plus. We have the second Summer League quarter, or the second Summer League quarter of the day. The fourth overall, Robert split North Dakota 81-68. Richmond is going to the Arlington. They were going to the NCAA tournament as the Arlington champion. My bad. They're going there as the Arlington champion as they won 65-51 earlier to ESPN 2 and ESPN Plus. Northern Arizona is the second team heading into the Big Sky Summits as they got another by the Big Sky Summits. After their win 81-63, they got the best second most seed earlier this season, but Northern Arizona came back and won 81-63. Number 5 USC beat number 2 Stanford 74-61 in the Pac-12 final. The last Pac-12 women's basketball game contested as a conference. The Pac is still gonna do Washington State, Oregon State, but as the Pac, we all know it, It's like the Pac-10, or the Pac-12, and just, it's the Pac-2, but they may have time for more members. It's not gonna be the same one. Pac conference, Pacific Conference, I don't know. That was on ESPN. On FS1 in the second Big East tournament semifinal, Georgetown upset number 2 Crane, 55-46. Georgetown is heading to Georgetown as the 6th. They upset St. John's, and now they upset Crane. So Georgetown versus UConn at McKean City tomorrow on FS1 for the championship, Big East championship. And yeah, I'm back in bid. Fresno State 62-44 Air Force in the Mountain West first round. The second, actually the first, the first Mountain West first round game. My bad. That's first four, but there's only three. First, and we have one at 7:30 Eastern, San Jose State, San Diego State at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, and then at 9 Eastern, local time, as is in Fort Texas. The fourth and final American Athletic Conference Championship Saturday game at Eastern Plus, between it Charlotte with San Jose State, San Diego State. That's an MW.com or the Mountain West app on like fairs, like your phone or tablet, or like Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV. And then the third and final Mountain West Championship first game, Utah State at Boise State at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, as is at the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas. So tomorrow there are 32 NCAA men's basketball tournament games. The best ones are there's the Southland first round. They're starting it where the top 8 make the Southland tournament. 8 plays 5, 6, 7 plays 6 plays 7. And then you have 3 and 4 by the second round, or the quarters, I guess you call that. And then we have the semis. 1 and 2 seed game by 2 semis. Yeah. Yep. 1 and 2 get by the semis. 3 and 4 get by the quarters, and 5 plays 8, 6 plays 7 in the first round. We have right side even in the Rose of Rising Semis, both at New Eastern Eastman Plus. Out we have the American Athletic Conference Championship games. East Coast also 1 Eastern. And that's the course. Some semis are in ESPN or CBS Sports Network, but used to be an ESPN Plus. But then something struck me with CBS Sports Network, probably because CBS Sports Network paid them a little bit more than ESPN would. And they said, or maybe we get more money for their streaming service and just have CBS Sports Network as a TV deals have some games on. Maybe that's what they thought, and who knows, maybe they'll back to ESPN. Maybe they won't. Yeah, that's a 1-3 string. CBS Sports Network. Some of these songs. Some of these women's songs. The Sunbelt Final. ESPN U and ESPN Plus, James Master Marshall. That's it, 2 Eastern. 2 Eastern is 1 ESPN Plus was Carmonte State. The first 2 big second quarters. From the one side, 2 big Phillips 60 science. 2-3 Eastern. State 19 Oklahoma. And then ESPN 2 Eastern Plus. Second Southland first round. Nicolette Rose. And then Purdue 4-winner Green Bay in the second round of Rising Summit. The Rising Summits are not campus seats. The first round quarterfinals are, but the semifinals are not. The 2 West Coast Conference semis. Pacific at Gonzaga, 3 Eastern, New Pacific, and the 4 Mountain West Conference finals. For the state, number 23 UNLV, South Florida TC at 3 Eastern, on Eastman Plus, the Mountain West Conference on the MW.com, in Mountain West app, and the phone, tablet, smart TV devices. And at 4 Eastern, Assembly second one, Robertson North Coast State, 4-3 Eastern, ESPN Plus, Big Sky 4, Idaho, Montana, 5 Eastern, ESPN 2, University TNC, number 6, Texas, and the Phillips 60 Championship semifinal, West Coast Conference semifinal, Portland at Segler, 5-3 Eastern, 5-3 Eastern as well, Colorado State, Nevada, and that's 6 Eastern, we have the Patriot Quarters, and then the American Semester. First one, Navy Colgate, Patriot Court, Campus Saints, Release at Binghamton Moon. Then we have West News 610, and then we have Church, probably because Army Bus News playing Che, and Navy Colgate, I'm assuming. So, yeah, Navy Colgate. I'm assuming it's the 3-6. Maybe it's the 3. No, it's the 3-7. And then Boston Army. So maybe it's the 3. Colgate's the 3-6. Oh, and Boston University is the 2-7. So they're playing each other, So they want, neither team to have a low range who can scout and watch the game. And we have the Southeastern first one. Here's where you come, and you can. Holy crap. For Big East one, no Russ. And then the Southeastern. And then on the NEC front web, on like smart TVs or like phone and tablet, we have 4 Northeast course, different speed center, slowly more, and Friday day, certificate Merrimack. That's Southeastern. Is there's so even to be said that when the second quarter of the third quarter, the second game event is taking North Texas, and that is versus UAB. Then we have Vermont UAB, it's Southeastern, in second or Eastlake, Lehigh Lower Maryland, in the fourth Patriot quarter, 7th Eastern, and then Eastern is TV New Mexico, and that is San Diego State. Winners taking New Mexico, and then the winner of the Charlotte game is taking Temple, and winner of the final game, Nick Camp, is taking Wyoming. In the Utah State game, winner of the Utah State game is taking Wyoming. So the best games of the day is the Barbasol Rising semis, the Sun League semis. We have the Sun Belt final. That's gonna be a good one. Marshall will make it to the WAT if they lose. However, Marshall wants to make it to the NCAA tournament. Tries already clinched their ticket to WNIT. But for sure, but he could clinch to the WBAT possibly as well. We'll see. The Phillips specific 12 semifinals are really interesting. Can Iowa State, earn their way into the NCAAs? They had a big one over Iowa or Baylor. Can they pull another upset over Oklahoma? Possibly, beat a bunch of ranked teams. And then get in as the MAC qualifier. And then even if there was no MAC qualifiers for conferences, could they get in anyways? Probably, So in Nicholas New Orleans, that's not a big game. Not the biggest game, I think. Yeah. I'd say semifinals in the Barbasol Rising Championship. Sun League semifinals, Super Final, Phillips State Big 12 semifinals, West Coast Conference semis. And then the American East semis were big. The winner was the final. And the Big East final is huge. So yeah, a bunch of good names here too. But it's just out tomorrow. I'm gonna do some more fun with them. Mainly doing probably first Big 12 semi, and then the second President semi, and then in first row. And focus on the semis, with Big 12 semis, Rising semis, second one, and West Coast semis. Also we focus on Mount West, probably the right things and other ones. And then American Athletic course, second Summit League semi. We focus on, and then the Big Sky Core. That was part of the maybe not part of the first Big Sky Core, maybe. And we have Patriot Cores that we focus on. Patriot American size, Big East final, and then the 4 Patriot Cores and the 4 Northeast Cores. We focus on the second, third, and fourth American Athletic Course, 2 American East semis, the Mountain West course. But, it's going to be spread throughout the day, So, a lot during the beginning, then they're kind of spread out, and there's a little bit of a lull. But then, there's a bunch with Peach League, Northeast, and Northeast, so they'll pick up a little bit at night, but we'll see. So there's a little bit. And then as soon as these games turn to day, there are a few bets, there's not many, but you can see right here, but there are, but you know what, like especially Wednesday, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's some that, are kind of a little low, maybe. Those might be a little low games, but it is what it is. I mean, that's what it is, conference tournaments, and especially, not every conference tournaments at once, Our conference already done their tournaments, and some conferences already finished their tournaments. So I will so far with Barbershop mainly focus on the semifinals in the Horizon League Summit Championship with schools conference, ranked UNLV and the quarterfinal. And we'll focus on the American Athletic quarters and West course. And then the Patriot and the East course. But mainly I'll focus on the Summit and final. But I will go through the quarters as well. So that's what So